Saturday morning, Operation Muffin Top underway once again. Here we go now, say here we go, say here we go now. Fucking rolling with the homies. We got this, bro. We're fucking making moves today. I'm seeing some progress as far as my muffin top situation is going. I started doing push-ups last weekend. About a week ago. And initially I could only pump up 8, and I'm up to 10 now. So a week goes by, I'm doing two extra push-ups, and I'm getting into a routine. There have been times in my life where I get into a routine with push-ups where it almost becomes OCD. And then I fucking it becomes like, yeah, almost like an obsession, where it's like anytime I have free time, I'm thinking to go do like 10 push-ups right quick. It's just like it becomes so effortless and easy or whatever that it's just like, yeah, throw in another fucking 10 to 15 push-ups. Yep, okay. It takes less than a minute. It takes like 30 seconds. So, but yeah, I'm getting back into that groove of fucking. It almost becomes like I don't know if you can call it an addiction. I'm not like fucking like fucking getting all fucking like hopped up off of this shit. Like I'm not getting runner's high off of this shit. I get more of a runner's high by walking, probably, if there's even a such thing as a runner's high. Anyway, fucking nobody's here to hear about fucking Operation Muffin Top. You don't want to hear about my battles with fucking obesity, yo. Not that I'm really fucking with obesity. I'm probably like somewhere fucking in the middle. But actually, you know what? Sometimes I think it's good to be self-defacing in a way. Like, is that the right term? Self-defacing? It's like, if I'm a fat bastard, fucking call myself a fat bastard. If I'm willing to fucking call somebody else a fat bastard, I better be willing to fucking take it from myself, to say it to myself. You know? Don't throw stones if you live in a glass house or something like that. Maybe, not that I don't know. Part of me says it makes people feel okay with being critical of themselves. I don't know if people should be more critical of themselves or not. I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. It feels okay to call myself a fat bastard and then say, yeah, you know, he's got a point. I got a point. And then fucking I go on and I could start doing fucking Operation Muffin Top when the fucking warm weather hits. And, you know, I'm not trying to fucking breed any sort of mentality where it's like, well, it's okay to just be fat or skinny, or it's just okay to be anything. I don't know what the fuck people should be. I don't know, man. It's your life. I don't think there's anything wrong. I mean, there's no difference to me between someone who's fucking obese and somebody who's like super duper skinny. I don't give a shit. I mean, that's the last thing I'm concerned with, for the most part, when it comes to human beings. Like, when I see fucking squirrels, I'm not like, oh, that one's skinny and that one's fat. Even though there are squirrels that are fucking skinnier than other. Like, you know, there's fat cats. There's like Garfield. And, but I'm not like, oh, you're a fat cat. Get it together, cat. Look at this skinny cat. Look at me. I'm, work on your diet. Whatever way people want to be. The only thing I'm concerned with is if they're fucking not comfortable. That's where I think it's important to, I don't know. I guess I can't really draw the line for them, for other people. Shit, man, I gotta hold my staff in front of me because I'm getting hit in the face with spider webs. That's like the only thing the staff is fucking super duper useful for. Blocking fucking spider webs from smacking me in the face. So, I'm still not even on the topic that I wanted to talk about today. But yeah, I guess I just wanted to say that it's probably okay to be fucking somewhat self-defacing. I mean, the problem with being self-defacing is if I'm self-defacing, then there's no way I'm gonna fucking move into a seat of leadership, right? Like, no one wants a CEO that's fucking talking shit about themselves. You know what I mean? No one wants the leader of their country or the leader of their city or the leader of anything or even their business, the company that they work for. They don't want a fucking boss that's like, yeah, I'm a piece of shit, right? They want a boss who says the complete opposite. They want a boss who's like, I'm a fucking good person. I'm your boss. I'm the fucking leader here. So, um, although in a way people could become leaders in and of themselves off of it, there's a different fucking angle that people can come. I don't know. It depends on how we define leadership, you know? Because you could say someone who's even fucking very self-defacing and would never end up as a CEO could still be very influential, or yeah, over like some sort of influence that yeah, people like even a fucking comedian that talks mad shit about themselves could have just as much of an impact on a person's personality or a person's way of life as the leader of their country or the leader of their city or the leader of whatever the fucking leaders that they have. So I like, yeah, and you know, it's okay to fucking. What's wrong with being on Operation Muffin Top, right? Anybody who's out there and is fat, just know your boy is fucking working on Operation Muffin Top. We're on it out. Well, we're not on it. I'm on it, but I guess you could sit back and eat, you know, eat some bonbons and watch this video and just watch me walk. You could live vicariously through me. Here, I'll hold the staff in front of me like this is a fucking Skyrim game. Like this is, huh, 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 huh. Just tap the screen. You know, yo, hit that cash app if you want me to, huh, throw, whew. Send me $1 if you want me to swing my staff, yo. What the fuck? I'm just kidding. There's no cash app. I can't even imagine seriously saying the phrase, hit that cash app. Like, I don't roll up on people. Yo, there's so many things that people do on the internet, like, as a part of socializing. By the way, today's not going to be fucking about Bitcoin. I don't want to talk about Bitcoin today, not because there's not things I could talk about, but I just wanted to take a break. Take a little departure from that topic, because this channel was never fucking meant to be a fucking Bitcoin channel in the first place. But like I was going to say, there's so many things, like socializing wise, that take place on the internet. And maybe this is also the case in real life too. Maybe more than I'm fucking giving it credit for. But like, I would never like have a conversation with someone and be like, yo, subscribe to me. Like, put money in my pocket. Here, I just had a conversation with you. I just talked to you for fucking like 10 minutes. Hit that Cash App, yo. Give me fucking money for having talked to you. Like, for real, yo. That's the extent of fucking, like, that's what goes on in internet relationships. It's like, hey, I'm the guy. Look at me. I'm the guy holding the camera. I'm the guy. It's my show. I'm running the show here. Fucking. So I'm running the show. I'm the guy. And fucking. I'm going to talk at you for like an hour. And throughout that hour, tell you as the listener to give me money for listening to me. Yo. Oh, that's a big spider web. Ugh. Fuck that. You know, if it wasn't for the spider webs, there'd be more gnats. And then I'd have another thing to complain about. So, it's always good to be able to find something to complain about, probably. If you don't find anything to complain about, you probably won't even acknowledge that you're alive. Probably the definition of what it means to be alive is to be fucking reminding yourself there are things to complain about. Um. Anyway, I'm going off on a yeah, but yeah, hit that Cash App because I'm talking to you. Like I remember fucking a couple years ago, there was this dude Tommy Sotomayor, and he was a talking head. He'll sit there and he'll go over something from the news or something. Yeah, I mean basically something from the news, some fucking social justice warrior topic, and periodically he's telling people hit that Cash App, hit that Cash App, and fucking like, I mean, I never hit the Cash App. I'm not saying there shouldn't be a Cash App or people shouldn't say hit the Cash App, but I'm just like, if I ran up to a guy like Tommy Sotomayor in the street and we were just chilling, just talking for like a half an hour, and he's like, yo, man, look at this problem that's going on in current events, look at this, check this out, check out my angle on it. Check out my angle on it, And I sing too sometimes. I sing. I'm an entertainer. Fucking hit that Cash App. I'd be like, bro, fall the fuck back. You can't chill with the fam. You can't chill with the squad. You're off the fucking squad, Tommy Sotomayor, or people like that. Like, come on, son. I talked and recorded it and put it on the internet. Hit that cash. I'm changing things. I'm waking people up to the truth. They're making people more aware of this stuff, making the logical arguments. Hit that Cash App. I don't even know what I mean, I still don't even know what the fuck Cash App is. I don't use Cash App. The fuck is that? Like, I've never had a need for fucking a Cash App. Get out of here. Ew, bro. Why is the water not fucking waterfalling? It's a stagnant pond, Don't let this shit become too staggy. All right. What was the topic? Let me just say what the topic was that I wanted to talk about, so that hopefully it'll help me get to it without fucking sidetracking. Oh yeah. Well, before I start going on to sorry to leave you on a cliffhanger, but let's see if anything's going on over here. The chill spot. A part of me had a thought. Ask people if anybody listens to any of my recordings. It would probably not be a bad thing to ask them if there's anything specific that they'd like me to talk about. Like if anybody would be curious to hear my angle on some fucking retarded topic. Like, I'm not saying it's a retarded topic because it's your topic I mean, they're all fucking retarded topics. Even the topic that I wanted to talk about today is probably retarded. Oh, it definitely is retarded. Nothing's going on at this pond, so what the fuck did I stop over here for? Well, I wanted to see if I could find the Pokemons, bro. Where the fuck are the real life Pokemons? I'm trying to catch a Psyduck. I'm trying to catch a fucking Zapdos, bro. There are fucking Zapdoses around here. They're Zapdiddlyocious. So, but I don't like that. Okay, here's another thing I don't like. There are people on the internet that'll be like, it's almost like, part of me is very suspicious. I think that people say, I got this idea for my video from a listener, right? People say, has anybody ever heard that before? When a streamer or a content producer says, this listener had this question, so that's going to be the topic of my recording for the day. Like, oh, I got a comment asking me to talk about fucking national debt, right? And then they'll do a half an hour to an hour long fucking talk about their ideas of fucking national debt or whatever. And sometimes it's from a subscriber, somebody that paid money. Like, if you hit that Cash App and ask a question, I'll answer it. But if you fucking don't hit the Cash App, I'm not going to answer it. So, and anybody that's not hitting the Cash App is basically a hater. And we need to get them out of here, and they're fucking, they're free riders. They're just dissenters. Just get because the person's really only there for that cash app. Like the stuff that they're talking about is whatever that they could fucking find to draw the biggest audience that they could find. So, like, talking to people in the audience stuff is secondary to getting that cash app hit. Anyway, fucking, um, but yeah, sometimes I think that these people say like, oh, we got a question from a listener that fucking hit the cash app. But it's like them. It's like the person that's doing the streaming using a bot account to like make it appear as if there's some listener that would actually pay money to ask me a question, you know? And then it gives other people that are watching, the haters, the trolls, the idea of, oh yeah, I could send money. He really will. This really does work. Other people are doing it. Other people are paying money to ask him a question and have it answered. So, or it just makes it look like there's a lot more fucking engagement that's actually going on. Like this is an actual conversation with a community of my listeners, my followers, and I'm here to fucking. You hit that cash app, I'll fucking give you the info you need to succeed, bro. So, but yeah, so I don't really even like the idea of asking listeners for. All I could say is it's interesting to me to ask listeners if there's anything that they would like me to talk about. Um, it seems like a cool experiment just to see where a listener might send me. Like, it doesn't have to be anything that I've already talked about. Like, if you want me to talk about fucking Play-Doh, like the toy Play-Doh or whatever, like, uh, you want me to talk about bacon, egg, and cheeses, like, whatever. It doesn't have to be anything I've already talked about. Like, I'd like to hear what I have to say about fucking Play-Doh and fucking bacon, egg, and cheeses. I don't know what the fuck will come out of my retarded mouth about Play-Doh and bacon, egg, and cheeses. I don't know why anybody would want to hear me talk about those things, but I don't know. It's like hitting the random button. It's like, who knows what the fuck somebody will ask me to talk about. Try something out. Maybe I find a topic. Maybe someone introduces me to a topic that I'm just like, that's kind of cool to dig at for a while. Let me see. Maybe I'll make a few videos on that topic. But anyway, fucking. So my point is, if anybody would like to hear me talk about anything specific, just, I don't know, leave a comment or whatever. And I'm not saying that I'll do it. I'm not saying like I'm here for that. But like, and also I don't want people to feel rejected if I don't want to talk about something. Like, I don't want people to throw up an idea and I'm like, I really don't want to talk about that. Like, I don't know what that would be, though. I can't imagine a topic that I really wouldn't want to talk about, that I'd be, like, stubbornly not wanting to talk about. Unless it was, like, spam. Like, unless it was, like, someone trying to get me to talk about, like, some product. So that fucking, they get, like, free advertising or something. Not that anybody even watches my videos. I mean, that would be crazy. Like, if fucking some corporation fucking sent a troll to fucking ask me questions to have me talk about their products. This tiny little fucking channel. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, whatever. If you want me to talk about something, at least throw it up. If I don't talk about it, I mean, I'll probably end up talking about how I don't talk about it. I'll probably respond to something, you know? Maybe I'll just tell you to fucking suck my dick. I'll just be a fucking complete dick about it. Although I don't really fucking want you to suck my dick. Like, if you were really here in person, I don't want anybody to particularly suck my dick. Like, right now, I'm fucking walking to the store. I don't fucking got time to be fucking getting my dick sucked, bro. If some lady fucking was just, like, walking naked in that parking lot right there, it's like, yo, good luck, lady. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you're a quote 10. You know, I don't give a shit if you're a fucking alpha, whatever. An alphanumeric bitch. Fucking alpha Greek goddess something something. I'm sweating over here, yo. I don't even like touching ladies when I'm fucking in sweating mode. I'm fucking making moves over here, bro. Got places to go and people to see. Well, not people to see, but anyway, so can I get to the goddamn topic? Um, what's the fucking topic? Oh, my mom. My mom. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about my mama. And my mom died like a year ago, I think it was. Like, it might have been a little bit more than a year ago by now. I don't remember. Actually, maybe it was only 6 months ago. Look, time is fucking. I've never been good with fucking dates. Like, I have a super duper good memory. Like, I remember as far back as I kid you not, and probably no one would believe me, but I remember being circumcised. I remember the scene. I was fucking there. I remember throwing fucking spaghetti on the wall from my high chair when I was like, somewhere between 1 and 2. Like, I remember fucking all kinds of shit being in the crib. I got a good memory. It's not a good memory in that, like, it doesn't really, it's not a good autistic memory. Like, I don't remember dates very well, you know? Like, I remember fucking my circumcision, but, like, fucking, it would take me longer to figure out fucking what the day that it happened was, the date that it happened. I'm not really too concerned with the dates. So, that's like maybe that's why I have a good memory, because I don't fucking take up the memory that I have with dates, with like useless information. I keep the fucking good info, the prime info, the legit shit, and I throw stuff like dates out the fucking window. I don't need that. I'm always trying to fucking remove files from my computer that are not necessary. So, even if I don't need the hard drive space, even if I'm like, I got tons of hard drive space, I'm still like, oh, I got to get rid of this one file that's like 1 kilobyte. That tiny little 1 kilobyte file, it will be like a fucking thorn in my heel until I get rid of it. Even though I got fucking like terabytes of fucking memory. Ah, yeah, I want to talk about my mama. Because my mom died a year, I don't know when the fuck, 6 months to a year and a half ago. And she was 67. And a family member told me that she had a heart attack. It makes sense to me. She had a heart attack when I was living at her apartment in my 20s. She had a heart attack in her 50s. So, wouldn't surprise me if she had another heart attack. Although, what's crazy is that when you have a heart attack and you get all that bypass surgery stuff that they do, she went through all this kind of surgery. I thought that was supposed to fucking make your heart even, like, better than ever before. I thought they, like, cleared out all the fucking shit and, like, I don't know. But, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to, I'm not happy. I'm not like, yeah, my mom's dead. And I'm not sad. I'm not like, oh, my mom, what am I going to do? I mean, I was very unaffected when I heard about it. I was like, yeah. I haven't spoken to that person in like 12 years now. Not even a phone conversation, nothing. For fucking 12 years. I don't give a shit. Like, it's irrelevant. Like, I'm not fucking cooperating with her on anything. There's nothing that we're collaborating in. There's no, like, she's not, like, helping me and my wife raise our kids, or she's not even married to my father. She doesn't even live with my father. She's just an alone woman. And, she was an alone woman for she had one kid, and that one kid doesn't even want to talk to her. Isn't even interested in talking to her. I mean, I don't believe that fucking. I don't believe in the heart stuff when people talk about love, but I don't know. I don't want, cause so I don't want to say that her heart was broken. Like I wouldn't say that if someone has a broken heart that necessarily has any effect on their physical heart, like the thing that's pumping blood. I don't think that gets affected by someone being broken-hearted. Um, if anything, if you're broken-hearted, your heart's probably fucking working just as strong as ever. So, um, but I mean, what kind of life, man? You're living in an apartment that you're living in a one-bedroom apartment that's like rent subsidized. You can't move. You don't want to move. You're scared of moving. You don't drive. You can't drive. I'm talking about my mom. Like you are unwilling or unable to drive. Um, you don't own any property. You own no house. You own no apartment. You're just renting, and you're getting subsidized through some shit where like if your parents fucking die, they could fucking switch the lease over to one of their kids' names, and they'll get the price of the apartment in the deal that their parents had. And it was some shit like that. And she's just, kind of clamoring onto that, clamoring onto the subsidy, and no husband, no boyfriend, no fucking kids I mean, I'm the only kid, so I'm an only child, so it's like, no other kids, fucking, you have no kids that want to talk to you, and, and you own nothing. I mean, it doesn't sound like a particularly great last fucking years of your life. And you have a job that fucking just drives you nuts. But you go there and you put a smile on your face in front, like you actually like your job. But when you come home, you're fucking filled with nothing but fucking venom, right? You go to work, you put on a smile, you do the nursing job, and then you come home and it's nothing but venom. So, um, whatever. Um, there was the relative that contacted me let me know that there was like money in her bank account. It wasn't like there was no insurance, there was no life insurance. There was no, I mean, maybe there is. I'm not there to fucking deal with all the paperwork and shit. I don't give a fuck about any of that stuff. They asked me to sign a fucking thing. They wanted me to sign paperwork so that they could get access to her apartment and get her stuff, you know, pick the bones, go take a trip down memory lane and get the stuff, the little tokens, memory tokens, um, from their sister's apartment, whatever memory tokens they can get their hands on. And I'm not against them getting whatever the fuck they want from my mother's apartment, but I still didn't sign the thing because I don't want any part to do with anything. I'm not going to sign it because I want the stuff that's in my mother's apartment. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. I don't want the stuff from my mother's apartment, and I don't want to sign a piece of paperwork. You guys should have had this figured out. That fucking, my mother should have had written something in her will or something. But fucking, fuck this. I'm not signing any paperwork. And then whatever, they fucking got her body. They fucking buried it in the cemetery. The family fucking plot thing. And, damn, it's kind of hot today for fucking 7 o'clock in the morning. Well, I guess we're in the middle of summer now. Anyway, fucking, what's my point? What did I want to strike home about with my mom's death? Like, one of the first things I thought about when I heard that she was dead was, I'm next. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like matter of factly. Like, of course she's dead. Like, hi, one of my relatives contacts me and they're like, hi, Steven, I wanted to let you know that your mother passed away and da-da-da. And I'm like, okay, yeah, of course she did. I mean, we all are going to do that. Isn't that what we're all here for, to do that? Of course she did that. I'm next. And I wouldn't be next if it weren't for her. So I'm right behind her. I'll be there. I'm not talking about an afterlife, but I'm just saying, whatever the state that we're saying is death. Don't worry. I mean, I'm not going to be in your fucking stupid cemetery unless my family somehow figures out a way to fucking find my body and fucking drag my dead body across many states to get it to a fucking plot. I mean, these people are fucking so retarded, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually wasted resources doing something like that. But, yeah, I'm next. And you invited me to that, Mom. Right? Like, I'm not fucking necessarily bitter. I'm not like, you brought me to this terrible situation. But I'm here too. Like, you were here, you lived. Right? You had your life and then you died. And here I go. You did your life. Now I'm here as a result of you having your life. And here I go. I'm right behind you. And I was thinking about this though too. Do I even? I have a lot of concerns about reaching my 50s. I'm only like 8 or 9 years away from my 50s. And both of my parents had heart attacks in their 50s. And I know that I fucking don't eat I don't eat like crappy food, and I know that I get a fucking decent amount of exercise, at least compared to both of my parents. As far I could only really speak on my mom because I was never around my father enough to know how much exercise he got on a fucking like over the course of my lifetime, how much exercise he had done. I know he did some he exercised more than my mother did. Let's just say that. I know that. Anybody could have exercised more than my mother did. But regardless, and I don't think he was a particularly terrible eater, but regardless, had a heart attack in his 50s. My mom had a heart attack in her 50s. I'm I'm working on it, but like, even if I could, then I think about this, even if I could push the heart attacks back to my 60s, it's still, like, even once I'm in my 50s, it's going to be a certain amount of more fear that kicks in, I feel. There's going to be a more, like, pressing, like, any day now. And it would be cool if a fucking heart attack was just like, bink, instant, and you're dead, and that's it. You didn't even know that anything was coming. You didn't see it coming. You don't see it going. It just, whomp, like your heart just instantly shuts off, and within fucking one fraction of a millisecond, your fucking consciousness, whatever we call me, is just not even experiencing anything anymore. If that was a heart attack, I wouldn't be too scared. I'd be worried about leaving a mess that when people find my dead body, they'd be like, oh my God. Like, if I had like all kinds of fucking creepy shit, imagine. Like, it's like, when people get caught, I don't do this, but I'm just saying, when people get caught, they're hanging themselves and masturbating at the same time. Fucking auto asphyxiate. I don't even know what the fucking shit is called, but fucking basically, people hang themselves and try to strangle themselves while they have an orgasm. And sometimes, I guess there's been a couple of instances where they died. And I'm not saying I do that, but I'm just saying I don't want to get caught in any sort of uncompromising way. Like, my goodness. I know I'll be dead and I won't care at the time, But my thinking mind now thinks I don't want to be caught like with even a messy apartment. I don't even want it to be like I want the floors to be clean. Like I want whoever finds my body to be like, okay, this guy kind of just like had it together. You know, he had his shit fucking clean and organized and fucking he was you know, there's nothing here that's fucking weird or creepy. So, and I don't really have that much of a problem with that. Nothing really too weird and creepy going on in my life. But even if I got caught, like, if I just died for some reason with my dick in my hand, I'd be like, ah, fuck. They got me. They caught me fucking whacking off. Now I've been caught dead. And that's gonna be that's gonna go on my tombstone. Caught whacking off. Fuck. That's not the legacy I want to leave. That's not the memory I want people to have of me. Yeah, we found him, he had his dick in his hands. So, yeah, I'm next. I'm right behind you. Don't worry. You know, I'm not in a rush. I'm not like, ugh, give me some death. Yeah. But, you know, bottom line is I'm fucking right behind you. Even if I make it to my oldest living grandparents' age, which is 76. I mean, can I get there without having a heart attack? Can I get there? I don't really want to be living after I have a heart attack, man. Like, then I gotta drop like 50 to 100 grand, which is, you know, it's not the end of the world, but like, what else are you gonna do with your money, right? What else is, if you can't use your money to fucking buy health, what the fuck is money good for, I guess? But like, it's like, oh shit, now I'm fucking, okay, I had a heart attack. These motherfuckers like ripped my rib cage open, right? My whole fucking infrastructure got fucking ripped up. These motherfuckers cracked ribs and fucking went in there. And now I got fucking like valves, fucking like titanium valves in my heart and like the fucking $1 Million Man or something. And you know, now I gotta go out, I got a new lease on life. Look at that. My heart's pumping even better than it did when I was in my 20s now, after that surgery. And then, but my rib cage need to be ripped open. Whenever surgery takes place, you're always left with some residual whack shit, you know? Some weird discomfort, something that you can't do anymore, some like, you're fucking, the body that you're used to having is not the same anymore. And there's fucking, it's just, I don't mean to be fucking complaining. Yeah, it's cool, put the titanium stent in my heart or whatever the fuck you guys do, but like, yeah, and then I go home. And also, I'm not particularly looking forward to being in any situation in my life where I need to depend on somebody else. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened to my personality, but I'm very opposed to imposing on other people. Like, I really don't want people to fucking put in any effort or energy into sustaining my comfort. So, I'm not interested in living a life where I'm asking, even if they were like nice about it, even if I had a wife that was like on some, you know, super stand by your man type wife, and she was like, I fucking love my husband so much, it's never an imposition for me to take care of him in his time of need, even if it's the last 20 years of his life. I'll always want to do that for him. I don't know, man. I think I would feel some degree of, I don't know if it's guilt, It's not necessarily I don't deserve it. It's not necessarily I'm guilty of doing something bad to this person. But it's like, when I put myself in that person's shoes, I'm like, aren't there better things that you could be doing with your life? Do you really want to be fucking like, cleaning my ass, changing my diapers, fucking, cooking, making food for me, like lowering the TV when it's too high or something? Like, that's really what you want to spend your years doing? Taking care of some guy? Some dude? I mean, that's cool. That's probably most men's fantasies, is that there'll be some woman that'll fucking be a do or die, always fucking stand by your man type of lady. But I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to say I'd feel bad, but it's just like, I would almost rather shoot myself in the head. Go find something else to do. You only live once and shit. You don't need to be fucking catering to some other person's body, you know? It seems burdensome. It seems very impositional of me. But then again, maybe I'm not empathizing at all. Maybe I'm fucking just imposing my own personality on other people's personality. Maybe other people really do get joy, some kind of chemical satisfaction in their brains or their bodies when they when they stand by their man or something, or they stand by their wife. Maybe that's really like, maybe they don't have anything better to do. Maybe if fucking you die, then what are they left with now? Just fucking work, and fucking miserable, fucking lonely. Well, I don't want to call it miserable, but probably lonely, some kind of lonely existence or something. Not that there's anything wrong with being lonely, but like, I don't know how this shit is supposed to work, man. But anyway, my point is that my mother died when she was 67. My oldest, she had a heart attack in her 50s, and then she died of a heart attack in her 60s. So even after getting a heart surgery in her 50s, she still died of a heart attack in her 60s, about 10 to 15 years later. So, and my father, haven't spoken to him in even longer, 13 years. And I mean, one of my family members told me that they spoke to him for some reason. I mean, my family members have spoken more to my father than I've spoken to my father, and they don't even know him. Like, he lives on the other side of the country. He's always lived on the other side of the country. He doesn't even know them. He met them like 2 or 3 times in his life. So, but they were like, yeah, your father was asking, asking if you were okay. And, nah, don't worry about if I'm okay, bro. Don't worry about it. He doesn't actually care if I'm okay. Right? Like, I haven't spoken to the guy in 13 years. I haven't seen him come around fucking asking if I'm okay and trying to find out how I'm doing. Not that I'm saying he should be. Whatever. But, like, it's all good, bro. Do whatever you gotta do. Oh yeah, what I was gonna say is that there wasn't a lot of money in my mother's bank account, but there was like what many people would call like a nice little chunk of dough, like a nice little, like, that's kind of cool, you know? It's cool to get that much money. That's a substantial little chunk of dough. But I just told my fucking relatives, yo, I don't want to sign anything. I don't want anything to do with that bank account. Whatever you get, go get it, take it. Um, they probably deserve it more than I do because my mother a lot of times dropped me off with them, relatives, and all the time, all the places my relatives brought me, my aunts and uncles brought me places, and um, they probably deserve whatever the fucking money that was in my mother's bank account more than I do. I mean, actually, I probably deserve it way more than fucking all of them, but whatever. I don't even want it. So I'm just like, I don't want that, and um, yeah, one of my family members was saying that they spoke to my father, and they told him that if something should happen to him, his money, whatever he owns, his property should go to me. One of my family members told me that they made a fucking plea or whatever to him to fucking make sure that if he has anything, make sure it goes to me. And that was something that my mother was often concerned with. I know that was something that she would nag my father about. That fucking, if something happens to you, my son better get fucking everything, right? But what my mother was too stupid to realize is that I didn't need anything from him. I would have, I would have, some things from her would have been nice, but fucking, I didn't need any of his money. I don't need any of his money. I actually have considered doing something where it's like, there's this TV show Breaking Bad, obviously. I mean, anybody who fucking would be listening to my videos would know that there's a TV show called Breaking Bad. But there's a show called Breaking Bad, and one of the fucking plot lines of it is that one of the main characters, Jesse, ends up buying his parents' house from underneath them and fucking keeping the house for himself. Their house, the house he grew up in, the apartment the house that him and his family grew up in. His parents put it on the market for sale, and he figured out a way to buy it from them at a fucking huge discount, and it kind of screwed them over too, on the price that they got for it. I wasn't thinking about doing anything like screwing my father over, but I was thinking about. I looked at some of the houses that he used to live in, that I remember that he used to live in, and I think it would be cool if I went and bought those houses, all of them. Yeah. Like, there was 2 houses that I remember he had in California, in LA. One of them was in, was it called Van Nuys or something? Maybe I'm thinking of a different place. And one of them was in Manhattan Beach. I mean, these houses cost like close to fucking $2 million now. And I'm just like, should I go buy both of them? I don't know what other houses he's lived in. Those are the only 2 I've ever seen. But sometimes I think about that. I have dreams where I'm at those houses. There's been times, not now, I'm not currently having those types of dreams, but there have been times over the years where I've dreamed of when I was a kid and I went and visited him in California for like a couple weeks. Fucking during summers. There were some summers where when I was super young, I would go and visit him before I started getting sent to fucking camp and shit. But shit, I'm almost at the store. I know this isn't really, there's no point to this topic, but anyway, so this idea that I had was, go buy those fucking houses, because my mother's a fucking retard, bro. I didn't even want, I felt disgusted that my family member would even say to my father, make sure that all your property goes to Stephen when you die. Because that's what Stephen's mother wanted. Stephen's mother didn't know that Stephen was a fucking A beast. She fucking slept on Steven. Not only did she sleep on Steven, she fucking numerous times broke Steven's kneecaps, metaphorically speaking, or broke his wings, metaphorically speaking, and actively got in his way and stopped him from proceeding and getting on with what the fuck the business that he needed to handle the goddamn business and be a fucking beast. So, metaphorically speaking, I'm not really a beast. Um, well, I can call, as long as I have this muffin top on my fucking belly welly, I might as well call myself a beast. I'm pretty beastly. Yeah, I already feel a little trimmer after doing just a week's worth of fucking push-ups. Um, but yeah, like, I might revisit this topic because I could fucking, there's a whole bunch of other stuff I could talk about. But the main reason I wanted to talk about my mom dying is because I don't hear that as talked about a lot. Like, I don't hear people talking about this is my experience of my mother dying and fucking, I don't know. I felt like it might be useful to somebody, maybe. Or if not useful to somebody, at least it's something rare that there's not a lot of. So, get in where you fit in or something. All right, peace out, y'all. Have a good day. It's the weekend. Don't forget it. Enjoy.